Hey, there we are. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Um, yeah, today we are going to be starting a new project. Yay, new project! Yay! And as soon as people start filing in here, we're going to look at what we're going to start. Today we're going to do something some cool stuff. So we're gonna kind of mimic what um, what the game studio is like. So we're gonna get a concept from our concept team, and we're gonna be given free reign to go. Okay, here's a concept. We need you to get this done now. Do it. So, volume's too low. Check, check. Hello. Check, check. How's that? That any better? Hey guys. All right. So, anyways, so yeah, we're gonna pretend like we're in the studio as a character artist, and um, we're gonna get a concept from the concept team, and we're we're going to be expected to make the high res mesh, and what we're gonna do. Let me just show you the concept, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. Hmm. Yeah. So let me show you the concept real quick. We're going to do something a little bit different from my normal organic style of characters that I do. Soluski, what's up, man? No problem, buddy. No problem. Um, so here is the concept. I'm a huge Warhammer 40,000 fan, and I've been reading some Knights of Molech, Horus Heresy books lately, and I was like, you know what? It'd be really fun. Yes, there you go. It'd be really fun to do one of the Crusader Knights, the Imperial Knights. So this is the guy that we're gonna do. We're gonna it's going to it'll take quite a few streams to get this guy done. Quite a few. So but we're pretty much going to be talking about like how to prep this guy, what to think about, what shapes are important, basically the full process. At least until you get to like UVs and all that fun stuff. But we're going to for sure do all the high res sculpt, and we're probably gonna be using a mix of a lot of different processes to do this guy. Um, I'm thinking that most of it is going to be ZModeler, um, and live booleans. We're gonna be doing all kind. We're gonna pull all kinds of tricks out of the bag to get this guy done. But first and foremost, what we're gonna do is um, we're gonna talk about what makes this guy right. So, what do you do when you first get this concept? Um, what are some of the things you think about? What are the issues that you're gonna run into? Where's the time-consuming parts? What to nail first? Um, and overall kind of what to look at, how to digest a concept. Um, I chose this particular guy because he's got such an awesome silhouette, but I'm fortunate because it has this. Yeah, that's my blueprint. This is my blueprint. Which if I'm just doing personal work, I may want to um, do my own concept, but 99% of the time, well, 100% of the time, in my experience, we don't really get to choose or make the concept. We can embellish it, and we can kind of do some things under the hood that, connect the dots and stuff. But for the most part, we'd be given some kind of turnaround or orthographic view. Yes. um, so this is going to work wonders for us. So, if it's an intricate piece like this, I would probably go back to the concept artist if I didn't have orthos like this, and I would be like, hey, I need to know what this foot looks like from behind or from the side, or like what does the cannon look like, or what's going on back here, this kind of stuff. So, um, this is actually really good to have. And most of the stuff you can just look at as geometric shapes. You can already kind of start breaking it down in your head of like how I'm gonna make this stuff, right? Like this is just a large spherical shape, spherical shape for all of this. Like this is just a cylinder with some holes cut in it, another cylinder, like another cylinder, more cylinders, um, more cylinders. This guy's gonna be a lot of cylinders. I can already tell. But basically, what I do, I look two major things. One is I'm paying attention to the overall silhouette and seeing what things are important to make sure that I nail those things. The other are problematic areas. Um, and I'm also looking at areas where I can dupe, right? So, like, I can just make one of the thing and then just dupe it onto the other side. So, like, a lot of this, the whole leg I can do, right? So, I only have to make one leg. I'll have to make, so I'm looking at the arms. Looks like from the elbow joint up, I could just make one side and dupe that over. And then this is interchangeable with this to a point. This gun will be fun. But most of it is symmetrical. So the next question is, if, when you're making this for production, are you going to pose it? And the answer is almost always no, you're not posing it right away. Unless you're making it for like collectible pipeline, which means it's a completely different way of constructing it. All right, let's get started. First things first, what I want to do is just block out the overall silhouette. So how the hell am I going to do that? First thing I usually do is I usually take the concept and put it in the back, and I use this see-through mode up here. It's great. Great. All right. Well, let's start with a sphere. Done. Okay. What's up, pre-drag? How you doing? Ship it. What do you think? Should we just stop there? Alright, let's do make poly with 3D. And then I'm not gonna worry about I'm not gonna worry too much about getting all the topology correct right off the bat. Because I feel like it really takes away from like the trueness or the art side of making it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna turn my fan on here real quick. So look, it's a little bit stuffy in this room. Alright. So I'm just going to use my trim curve. Just look. There you go. Mirror and weld. Nice. Okay. Maybe what I'll do is I'll dupe this guy. Cylinders are sexy, you know? They can do amazing things. I'm just going to undo this real quick. I'm going to delete that side. And then what I'm going to do is grab this and then just... Okay, mirror and weld. Boom, we're already halfway done. So let's append maybe a cube real quick. Let's grab this one. I have to get out of this frame of mind of Maya that I've been in lately. Let's just get the overall piece down here. The sword light thing in the middle, it's actually a banner flag. Banner? What are you doing, banner? Here, I'll show you. What? So if you take a look at the 360 here, it's just it's like a sigil banner. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna actually use this one as well. Let's just cheat real quick. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's do save image as. Oh, that's why. All right. So what I'll do then is I'll just snag this real quick. Oh, I already snagged it. Cool. Yeah, there's a lot of exaggeration there. This might be easier. It doesn't have to be exact at this moment. I just get the overall feel here. Okay, maybe we'll append a new cube. Again, very, very rudimentary blockout. Okay, maybe we'll do cylinder. And maybe what I'll do is I'll use the new camera system as well. So we're going to do draw. Here's my camera, and then we can do store cam. Store. Perspective mode must be on. Okay. So many subtools. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that for now. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to go into my... There we go. My modeling brush. And we're going to do... You know, I'm just going to key mesh this guy. So I can go and just delete stuff. Actually, yeah, that's what I want to do. Because I like this geo up here for the Emperor. So we're going to go into edges. Let's just go delete, edge loop complete. I'm just going to delete all these. Okay. Zoom this guy back out. And that's fine. Alright, so now this dude, so what I want to do is, you know, the question is, do I want to build this thing straight up and down? Or do I want to build it at an angle of where it sits? Personally, I'd rather build it straight up and down. And then dupe it over. I think that's what I want to do. So let's just get the basic length here. And I can always adjust things around later. Alright, and the reason why I got rid of all those was to just... Oh, not that. Just grab that. We'll do minus mask, so it just selects this. And then I'll do scale. We'll do go to mask center. And then we'll scale this up just a little bit. Just to give a little bit of that flair. Yeah, up and down the safe bet. Yes, sirree. Then maybe what I'll do just to play around a little bit is I'll just dupe it. Clear the mask. And then just see where we're at. So I'll just go back to that other subtool. Just want to make sure that the size is fine. And whatever, that's fine. Okay, let's mirror and weld that guy. Am I going to construct the model on the geo that you're blocking it in on, or are you going to replace the subtools later? I'll probably replace them. I just want to get some of the major forms down, just so that I can get the scale and the overall feel, and then we'll just go from there. And then that way, like, I can always come back to my silhouette model, so that I can kind of keep to the right proportions. Alright, so let's... More cylinders! Grab this dude. Okay. More cylinders! We're going to be doing lots of cylinders. Let's do this for now. Just want to get the overall relative thickness of that barrel. That's fine. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just... Alright. How far back does it go? It's probably about, what, a third to 3/4. So we'll just leave some overhang there. Okay. And then maybe what we'll do is just mirror and weld that guy. Again, so rudimentary. Very, very, very plain. at this point. We'll do a sphere for his head. Oops. Again, just super, super blocky. Just like Legos. Okay, there's his head. Maybe what I'll do is, let's grab another sphere. Just for that leg ball joint. Down here. You see, within a couple of minutes, you can just really get something fairly quick. Let's weld that guy. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to worry about the gun for now. I'm also not going to worry about this flag. Just want to get the overall feeling. So within a couple of minutes, we got something like that. Then let's take that from the side view now. For some reason, I like working from the right side of things. Just feels more comfortable. Look at that. Pretty close. This guy needs to come down here like this. These guys probably need to be a little bit longer. And both of those move at the same time, so that's nice. That's nice. Then I think maybe what we'll do is throw in these stacks back here. There we go. What do you guys think? It's pretty spot on, right? Actually, these guys got to come back in a little bit here. And then I'm just gonna reconstruct all those. Now that I think about it, I really do want to pose, or at least get his general pose in there. So I think I'm just gonna get this. I'm gonna end up reconstructing those anyways. So I really just kind of wanna work on the general idea here now. I'm gonna leave the legs. Really don't want to reconstruct this leg and this leg at the same time, but I also don't want to kick both of them back or both of them forward. So I think I'm just gonna leave them like that. So I'll have to take a little bit of creative freedom for some of these shapes in here and how they're sitting, but at least I know what the construction is. Maybe we'll just make we'll block the feet real quick too. Sure helps having that turnaround. Thanks, guys. Looks like maybe these guys can actually come down a little bit. Hey, Rancher. This one is a Imperial Knight from Warhammer 40,000. Imperial Knight Crusader. So kind of. Yes and no. All right, so we'll just block in the feet real quick. What do you know? It's another cylinder. Grab this dude. Nope, not that one. That guy. This guy. Hey. Hey, this guy. So basically, it's just a cylinder with four squashed um, thingamabobs there. This little slider up on the very top right called see-through. So awesome. It's amazing. Okay, so we got that. And then we'll grab another cube. Yeah, man, no problem. We'll just go like this. Actually, you know what we're gonna do is let's go initialize, and we're just gonna do a cube, and we'll do one by one. Okay, there's my cube, which is now one by one, right? It's just six-sided. I do that because I don't want to. I'm just gonna squash one side of this real quick. Gonna bring this guy down here, and we'll just get about that angle. Clear the mask. Do an opposite mask. Grab that, and then just pull this down. It's good enough for now. That's the overall shape, and then let's clear the mask. Grab this. Bring that over, and then we'll go back to. Just scale it down. Okay, and then let's do auto groups, and then we'll do Control Alt drag. Rotate that guy around. There we go. Control Alt drag. Rotate that guy around. What's up, creature brush? Control Alt drag. Like that. Rotate around to snap, and then we're good. Look, we got a thing. Okay. Grab that, and then what we'll do is we'll just mirror and weld. Then we'll grab this dude, mirror and weld. There he is. Really quick and dirty, but we get the overall feeling of proportions and where elements of the model are going to be sitting. All right. So at this point, really quickly, I get the overall feeling of. Hold on a second. All right, give me 1 sec, guys. All right. Let's. My AFK was on the wrong side. That's hilarious. All right. Anyways, yeah. Sometimes it's just, when you start watching other people do things, like you definitely pick up a lot of things from them. I still do that too. All right. So here's the basic idea, right? So now, within a couple of minutes, if my art director comes by at some point, you can say, "Oh, here's the basic feel for what I'm gonna do." Done, done. Okay, cool. Looks good. Move on. All right. Okay. Well, let's do it then. My little daughter is hanging out with us this morning. What's up, buddy? Hi. Hi. How's it going? You watching Daddy do art today? Yeah. Yeah, Dad. Let's do it. Project primitive. Um, it really depends. Everything's a little bit different. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start working on kind of some secondary shapes. Right. So I want to start getting this feeling here. Right. I want to do that. I want to build in this shape and then kind of sit the head back into this piece. That's another really important one. Um, and then I want to start working on this look for the leg. Right. So it's kind of got like this like forward moving flow to this shape. Another cylinder and then another cylinder down here. So now I'm going to start doing that same thing but for like each piece now, and breaking them down into their secondary shapes. Like this is a shape, this is a shape, this whole can is a shape, and then another cylinder and another cylinder, um, and we just kind of keep deconstructing pieces from there. I won't be too worried about all this stuff in here until later. So I really want to make sure that I get these pieces going correctly first. So let's start with this guy. Let's see how we can get this thing done. I have no idea how I'm going to do it right now, but we'll figure it out. Let's get this over here. Hey, buddy. What you doing? What you doing? There you go. All right, so I'll probably just do a ZBrush on this guy. The question is, when you have only one reference of a posed character, do you sculpt in posed or neutral? If I'm doing video game production, I always will do it in neutral pose. So it's pretty much the same thing we're doing with this guy. Is we're gonna do this guy in a neutral pose. But I mean, there's some movement that you can do in each side, even though it's um, symmetrical. So you can still kind of get a little bit of asymmetry in a symmetrical way, if that makes sense. All right, so we'll do ZBrush. Let's just do this and see what it comes up with. I'm going to undo that. I always want to do detect edges now. Not always, but in this particular case, because I really want to keep these nice crisp edges. That's the nice thing about the latest ZBrusher. It does a pretty good job. Let's do up my 20 by 20. Let's do same. So it messes up a little bit down here. Well, I'm not too worried about that. Bless me. Holy moly. Um, so, I mean, all this is going to get redone anyway, so I'm not really worried about making sure that that's all super clean. This looks like mostly one shape right here, right? So this extended shape here doesn't really deviate too much from the overall roundness. But we do see that these are a different shape. So maybe that I want to do that sooner than later too. Pew Die Cake, what's up, man? What are you doing down there? What are you doing? Alright, so I'm going to try to build in this real quick. How am I going to do that? At this point, like, I don't want to be too caught up in, you know, geo and kind of like making sure all my edge loops are good. I just want to kind of blast through this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blast through it. I think I just want to get the dimensions correct first. Let's take it out of perspective. Okay, so there's... I think what I'm going to do is use these back guys as a marker. And just... I'm going to place their inner edge where I want that seam to be, so I know where it's at. Cool. I'm just going to super quick and dirty block that in. Right. Maybe what I'll do is... Oh yeah, buddy? Maybe we'll just grab this. Flip that. And then... we'll just bring that whole thing down a little bit. And maybe what I'll do is I'll use my H polish and just tap this guy down. Again, I'm just getting the basic shape here. It looks like this has more of a curve to it as well. So maybe we'll flip that and then we'll just hit this real quick. It doesn't have to be exact at this point. I can always change it up a little bit later, but I just want to get the overall. For animation, when you export everything in one piece with 3D topology, or do you use ZRemesher for animation? Very confused about export after complete model on ZBrush. The final model, you'll have to take some things into consideration for animation. which is, you know, like where do you want pieces to move. Um, so I would say that um, a lot of these pieces will end up being separate geo and not actually connected. Um, and that's mainly around the joints. So like the knee, the elbow, probably the shoulder will be separate from this so that it can kind of move. Um, but ultimately, you know, this is a good time to talk with animators if you're actually in the production, and take a look at the concept and say, okay, where are the pitfalls do you feel um, for this particular project? Hi, buddy. You know, what are some of the things to look out for, and how can I help build stuff into that? You know what I mean? So let's just push this in quick. Maybe what I'll do is I'll use a little damn standard just to kind of get that going a little bit more. Oh yeah? Think so, huh? Yeah, Dad. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Quasek? Again, I'm not worried about everything being perfect at this point. I'm a lot more just kind of rough it, rough it until it looks good. Let's make sure this guy is okay. He's not on center, so I'm gonna try to pull him over a little bit. I tend to work a little bit more rough than most people, or than a lot of people, um, and then I'll go and clean stuff up later. Let's mirror and weld just to make sure that that's symmetrical. That's fine. Okay, let's do that. Let's pull this guy back in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to end up doing some Booleans real quick to get this. So let's append just a cube. Grab this dude. Oh, yeah, huh? Just get the overall width. Let's make sure that this is mirror and welded. Again, it doesn't have to be exact because this picture is in perspective. I just want to get the overall height here. Okay. And then what I'm actually going to do is a beginner in ZBrush, what do you recommend for me, and is it important to get a graphite tablet or not? It's not available in my country. Personally, I think the tablet is like, yeah, your best friend. I would not be able to get where I am today without mine. So I'm just gonna use the slice curve brush and then just slice that guy off, and then we'll do delete hidden and mirror and weld. There we go. And then I'm gonna use this guy as well to let's do auto groups, and we're gonna move this guy over here and just use the same one for this little doodad guy over here. Let's do it on this side though. But it really depends. It really depends on what you're what you're doing, what kind of art you're making. If you're doing like hard surface stuff, you don't necessarily really need a tablet, but um, it's really helpful. I made my career on my tablet, so. Alright, and then we'll mirror and weld. Okay, cool. And then what we're going to do is let's send this guy to the top. We're going to grab this guy, send him to the top. We're going to turn on live Boolean. We're going to do start, and we're going to do subtract. Okay. Interesting. Let's look at display properties double. And just to make sure that that geo is actually missing. So then what we'll do is go to subtools. Oh, yeah, huh? We'll do modify topology and close holes. There we go. Now I can turn that Boolean back on. And it should look good. Doop. You hear my daughter back there? Oh yeah? Like that, huh? No, this is Pixologic channel, but if you were working on this in the studio, would you always use ZBrush for the blockout basic shapes? Personally, I would, just because I'm actually way more comfortable in ZBrush than I am in like hard surfacing in like Maya or Moto or something. Um, Mostly because a lot of this stuff, even though it's geometric, it's for me it's still really organic, um, and I'm just way more comfortable here. So I actually would do it here. I'm just gonna extend these guys so that goes all the way, not quite all the way back. I don't want to go all the way back. Just want it to have enough. And then what I'm actually going to do is, instead of this being a full shape now, excuse me, before I do anything, oh yeah? You heard her talking down there? Uh-huh. So I'm gonna I'm gonna do group by normals, and then maybe we'll just turn this down. There we go. So basically, just want to get this top piece. Yeah, I know. All right, so then we'll delete hidden, and then just to clean this stuff up real quick, I'm just going to use my drag select. And I'm just going to grab those. Yeah? Okay, that's fine. Let's inverse that. Let's turn on display properties double. Let's flip that around. I actually want to keep. I want to keep all that. I just want to get rid of those little three guys right here. Cool. Alright, so we'll just we'll do delete hidden. And then, how do I want to do this? Kind of want to just, do I just grab this whole thing? Just move it? What the hell? Why not? I'm living dangerously. What the hell, Bobby? And then what I could do is just reproject it to that guy. Give me a sec, Soluski, and I'll talk about that. So let's do, so everything is on except for this one. So let's grab, let's turn everything off. We'll turn this guy on, and we'll turn this guy on. No. There we go. Oh, yeah? Are you having fun down there? We'll just do a quick project. Subtool, project. There we go. Whatever. Looks okay. Maybe I'll do polish by groups. There we go. Polish by groups is pretty good. Kind of usually cleans up some of this stuff. Yeah, you getting tired, buddy? Are you getting tired? Alright, let me text my wife real quick, let her know. Okay. Yeah, it's alright, buddy. I just kind of want to even this out real quick. Is that doing it on the other side? Yes, it is. Okay. Just to get something a little bit more straight here. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it at this point. So let's turn that off. The overall idea of what I wanted to do is just to get this shell so that I can go in to Geo and do edge loop. And we'll do elevation 0. We'll do 0 polish. Maybe bevel is down. Thickness, let's just turn that up to... Turn my loops down to 1. Alright. Alright, so now what I can do, let's turn everything back on. Let's turn this guy off, grab him, pull him up there. There's the start. Okay. Now we'll grab this dude and pull him out. So now I have a piece that's more of a shell. Right? More of a shell. Cool. Something like that. So the question was, looking ahead a bit, how many material sets would you use for this guy? And what would be included? Just looking at them, I usually don't think about this until way later, but I could probably fit. So most of I look at the different types of materials and the areas where I want a lot of details. So I probably want his whole shell at least in one, because that's a lot of surface area, and that's kind of what you're seeing a lot. Maybe even want to break this one and this one and this one and this one into their own one. So like maybe this is all one because it's got a lot of surface area. And then maybe I'll break the two shoulder pads and the head piece into a UV set. And then maybe the rest of the body will be one more UV set. And then maybe I'll take most of the gun and the gun. So this one and this one in one UV set. And maybe I can actually throw this guy into this UV set. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe 4 UV sets. I think that would be probably enough. The other thing too is to say, all right, well, how many UV sets is too much for my particular project, and then pull one back, and then just fit it into there. You know what I mean? Because you can, for your tiling textures that you're going to end up having on this guy that makes up most of this surface area, like on the red, that's all tileable. So you can tile it up or down to your needs. But you'll need surface area for these graphics for sure, for the shoulder graphics, for these graphics, and for this one. So you want to make sure that you build enough texel density into those specifically that you can handle whatever those are. There's other ways to do it, like using alpha cards and fun, interesting things like that, like decal cards. But yeah, that's a little bit further down the road. I'm not too worried about that at this point. We'll get to that when we start doing our UV shells and stuff. Quite a long way from where we're at now. Alright, maybe what we'll do is we'll go to Boolean. We'll make that a Boolean mesh. I think what that does now... Does that make sense? Let's just do auto groups. Nah, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. So let's just do auto groups. That's just one mesh now. And then what I'll do is I'm going to go back to my dude. And then let's just append that piece in. Just this guy. I'm going to turn this guy off and this guy off. We don't need that to be the start anymore. Okay. So what I want to do is I just want to kind of clean up some of these edges a little bit. When you export the final model for animation of Maya or 3ds Max, for example, do you prefer to use ZBrush for those pieces or Decimation Master? When you export the final model for animation to Maya, my final model will probably be rebuilt in Modo for most of it, actually. So the other thing is I don't know exactly where I'm going to end up, so it's tough to tell. You know what I mean? It's tough to tell. All right. Let's just... Just gonna move this around a little bit. Kind of fix up that shape a little. I wonder if those details are painted on or if the decals are that were printed and applied. Are you talking about these decals? Um, they're I think they're actual like water transfer decals. Most of this stuff isn't painted on. I think this is a decal. These are decals. This is a decal. Um, this is a decal. This is a decal. This one is. This one is. This one is. But these are painted. This is all painted. Tom, what's up, buddy? Mr. Nash, how are you, sir? Yes, finally doing a new model. Let's just do a ZBrush on this guy real quick just to clean him up. Let's do my 20 by 20. Let's just do same. Detect edges. And it's starting to get a little bit convoluted. Maybe a little bit too much. All right, we'll keep rolling though. So we'll just leave that there for now. Again, it's just all block out. I'm gonna end up probably redoing it later anyways. So I want to get the little hood dude on this guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna paint it on. So he's got this little guy that comes up like this. I don't really want to have this back much of a curvature. It does get pretty small. The concept is the Imperial Knight Crusader from Warhammer 40,000. One of the many variations of the Imperial Knight Crusader. Yeah, boy. It's gotta be fun. So I think what I'll do is I'm just gonna extend this guy out. Mask that guy off first. What I really want to do is just kind of pull this guy back. Because I don't want that back curvature. I kind of want it to just keep going straight, but I want this front curvature. So maybe what I'll do then is I'll just do a quick Dynamesh on this guy. Yeah, sure, what the hell. So we'll say 256. Dynamesh. There we go. Turn that off, and then let's just paint that mask back in there real quick. So we want this to kind of come up here. Then that comes back here. How you been, Tom? How's things, buddy? now you're on the phone? Or now you're on the PC? It's actually going to come down a little bit more. Again, I'm not too worried about getting it right off the bat because I can always change the position of it later. So let's just cut off the back of this there. Sure, that feels good. Cool. And then maybe we'll just do an extract. Let's do sharpen mask. Let's see what that looks like. There, it feels a little bit better. Yeah, alright, that feels good. Let's just accept. Alright, let's grab that piece. The nice thing about this is that it gives you a quick and dirty just shell. Because I want the rest of the stuff I just want to delete. I just want the shell. So let's delete hidden, and then we'll do polish by groups. And just kind of clean up those edges a little bit. And then we'll go back to Geo. Let's do zero mesh. Kind of clean up some of those edges. Maybe we'll do half. Then I may want to just grab these. Sharpen those out a little bit. Sharpen these out a little bit. Cool. We'll do same and another zero mesh on it so that it kind of accounts and kind of cleans up those edges a little. Nice. You see how like that's all super nice now? Yeah. Maybe we'll do one more half here. We'll keep it super simple. So once I'm happy with the shape, this is basically the process that I do. Say that feels okay. Maybe what we'll do is we'll use the dam standard and we'll just pull this one out to make that little plane break. And then we'll use the H polish to kind of just to get this shape kind of a little bit closer to what I want. We'll try to get that a little bit cleaner. I think we're going to want to pull this in as well. I can use my my alt smooth, which is really helpful to kind of get some of this topology feeling a little bit better. So let's take off on my smooth. Let's take off RGB, and we'll turn this all the way down to like say here. So what I'm doing is holding down Shift. I'm smoothing, and then as I'm still smoothing, I let go of Shift. And what that's going to do is it's going to try to kind of even out your surface instead of and while keeping the same volume. Does that make sense? So it's not gonna take it's gonna take this curvature into account basically. So I'm gonna do that through here real quick. Just kind of clean up this geo a little bit. Again, not too worried, not too crazy worried at this point. blockout of real screen. Dude, I was crazy there for a second. I was like, dude, you're on you're on YouTube. You're on YouTube chat, dude. What are you doing? All right, so let's go to center geo, and then this guy we're just going to we'll make closer to what that the size of his actual skull head here. Twitching quietly again. Ah, yeah. And I think this is too wide too, so we're just gonna do. Let's turn that off, and then let's just pull this in like this. Maybe we'll. Oh, dude. Whoa, bro. Easy there, killer. Kind of get this general feeling here. Cool. I like that. See? I think maybe we can grab this mask. I think maybe we can pull this up a little bit. I don't want it to go down too far. Okay. And I usually will keep this base shape. So I'll just duplicate this guy real quick, grab him, throw him to the bottom, grab this guy, and then we'll do panel loops here. So geo, do edge loop, we'll do elevation negative, we'll do no bevel, zero loops, zero polish. I'll just play around with the that thickness until it feels okay. Alright, that's fine. Cool. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just get the skull in here. Bless me. Holy cow. We'll just get overall shape. Again, super dirty, super quick. Nothing too crazy. Just so usually at this point, I'm really just kind of trying to keep my overall presentation of this guy good enough so that if an art director or a lead kind of walks by, they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you're heading in the right direction. Keep going." You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Maybe we'll just do a quick. Just to get that basic shape in. Alright, so this is kind of what I'm looking at right here. And again, it may be a good idea just to kind of use all the tools to your advantage, right? So let's say, actually, let me go to my other, this guy? No. This guy. This guy. I'll go back to this one. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. That's right. Cheating. Cheating. AKA use all the tools to your advantage. So I'll make his head a little bit thinner here. Not damn standard. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this off. Let's do trim curve. Something like that. We'll just use a H polish. Get them a little bit more thin here. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on them, but at least get them to a point where something will come in here, this comes in, this goes in there like this. This comes out, and this comes down. Just so it kind of looks like them. I have not saved this project at all yet. Should probably do that at some point. Nah. Living on the edge, man. Okay. This guy feels a little bit too thick. So I think maybe we'll just pull him in a little bit there. That's for all you 80s kids out there. No save, gang. Right? Maybe we'll pull this guy back, and we'll pull this guy back too. Living on the edge. Okay. Let's grab this guy. Let's turn this one off. Okay, cool. So you get the basic idea there. Alright, so next, what's the next thing we want to block out? They probably, we'll do this next. And it's important to remember that your project's going to look like crap for a real long time. Like, the first 80% of the time you spend on this dude, he's going to look like crap. Just get over it. Just get over it. Okay, here's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to grab this dude. I'm going to grab my... Let's see if trim curve will do it. Yeah, that's fine. As Ryan Kinsling says, the Valley of the Suck. Literally like as you wrote that, Tom. So just going to delete that. Alright, so now we've got like this kind of little step thing happening. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab the middle of this. Make sure I'm on X. And then we're just going to pull this stuff up just a little bit. And try to get this curvature a little bit closer. So we got kind of this happening. And then this guy, the Valley of the Suck. What's up, Chow Derp? How you doing, man? What's up, buddy? This one we're just going to take in, and we're just going to do just like that. Boom! Easy peasy. Right, so now we're going to start, we actually start defining some more of the three-dimensional interplay of the shapes. Cool. God, that face is bugging me. Look at that thing. That thing is so gross and ugly. Let's just spend another minute on this just so it's not so ginormously disgusting. Ginormously disgusting. Quote of the moment. I think what's missing is this. There's sometimes when you know you're working on a particular part of something and it just irks the crap out of you. A lot of times it's better to just fix it so that you can feel good about your project and not go, oh my god, don't look at this. So sometimes it's better to just take a minute and kind of fix some things. So that somebody else walking by doesn't have your the same reaction as you're having in your brain at that moment. Maybe what I'll try doing real quick is ZBrush. Oh, not ZBrush. Clay polish. Sometimes if you do just a quick clay polish, it cleans up a lot of edges for you. See, like that? It's just kind of dirty, and then that kind of cleans up things real quick. Whenever you're using clay polish, though, it always adds like a little mask, so always be sure to clear the mask when you're done. There you go. That cleans it up a little bit. Quick way to do it. Very quick. Dirty. Alright, what am I working on next? Use ZBrush, right? Is that an alternative to Maya or Blender? I'm actually more comfortable doing this stuff in ZBrush. But it's whatever works for you. Everybody's a little bit different, so it's really about what works best for you. Alright, so I'm just going to shape the inner chest real quick because it's really kind of detracting from this profile. So I'm just going to cut a couple pieces in here and cut a couple pieces in here. And I think what I'm going to do is use... Yes, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to use the Spotlight Modeler. So in texture, I don't have any textures that I can use in Spotlight. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and create a an alpha in Photoshop. So we'll just grab new. I'm just going to do 512. 512 by 512. Make the background color black. Hit create. Alright, so here's my background. Typically what I'll do is I'll just grab the shape brush and then I'll just pull things from here. Super easy. And then put that as white. Whoa, whoa, whoa there, buddy. It's like I stayed ZBrush. You bastard, you cheater! Cheater! Cool. Super easy. I'm going to save that to... Where am I going to save that to? I guess now's the time. Now's the time to actually save this guy. Let's go new folder. We're going to call this Warhammer 40K Titan. Okay, we're going to do pin current to there. Okay, cool. I'm just going to do shapes. Circle. Done. Okay, cool. We're going to come in texture. We're going to do import. I don't want you guys to see all my files. So I'm just going to grab that. So here we go. Do that, and then we'll do add a spotlight. Okay, cool. Move that to image center. We'll scale this guy down. Grab him, move him over here. Kind of just want to get... Yeah, it feels okay. Used to work for Game Workshop. Nice, dude. Nice. So here we go. We'll do alt snapshot. And then let's turn that off for a second. What I really wanted to do was want that to be... Yeah, that's right. And I'll just extend that guy real quick. Why did that not work? Live Boolean is on. Retail most. Some sculpting at the head office. Nice, man. There we go. So now I can actually move that around. There we go. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll just redupe this guy on this side. Just really quick, just to get something super dirty here. Cool. That's what I like. Then maybe this dude, what I'll do is... I don't like that geo. So I think what I'm going to try to do is just re-Q mesh this guy. Let's go to initialize. We'll do just zeros. Q cube. And then we'll just scale this guy back up here. That's good, because what I want to do is I want to grab these guys and then scale that like this. Something like that. So I want to have, it looks pretty up and down here, but then maybe what I can do is I can cut these out here as well too. So maybe we'll bring it up to here. No, so we'll leave it down here, and then we'll just cut these guys out. So maybe I don't want to do that too much, which is fine. We'll bring this whole thing in just a little bit. And then it didn't feel that long, so let's actually measure it out. Yes! So you bring the whole thing up here to say there. And maybe it does need to be a little bit wider here. Okay, there we go. Cool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my this fine young cannibal. Fine young cannibal. What the hell, Bobby? Sure. Actually, you know what? It's right. See where? Let's just actually see where it is. What? What? Oh yeah. Let's pull this guy here. Maybe we'll resize this guy down just or up, because I want that to be a little bit taller. There we go. Alright, so that's good. Let's do mirror and weld. No, not yet. Not yet. So what I want to do is do Alt snapshot, and then again that's going to use that. There you go. Easy peasy. So what that did was it created this piece for me and did it as a subtractive shape. Alright, so now I'm going to mirror and weld that. There we go. So now I have a frame, an overall shape to build some of those struts that are on here. Like some of these struts. So I can use that base frame to just build that stuff off of. It looks like we could do one here too. Let's hide this guy. No, not that guy. Let's hide this guy. Let's hide this guy. Let's go back to this guy. And we're going to do the same thing here, just on all four sides. So grab this dude. kind of want a flat side. You know, I want to have this inner curvature, but I want to have a flat side here. So maybe we'll just do that. Maybe we'll make this a little bit bigger. Cool. Alright, then we'll do Alt click, grab this dude, do mirror and weld. There we go. What? So within, what, an hour and a half, we have a quick blockout. And it usually goes a little bit quicker too when you're not like explaining things and talking to people and all that fun stuff. Maybe we'll just block this this guy out real quick. Let's block that dude out real quick. Okay. Let's use ZModeler. Usually before I start that though, I like to just dupe. Let's duplicate that guy, just so that we can always get back to this original one. And then I'll take this guy and I'll throw him down to the bottom. So I usually collect a lot of different things down at the bottom of like original geo shapes. Okay, there's this dude, which is both of them. So what I want to do is, let's do auto groups, turn off symmetry, we'll do that, and then we'll just split hidden. So now we have this guy separate from this guy. That's what I want. Alright. Why is that still on? Got something on still. That's fine. What's up, Animal? How you doing, buddy? Alright. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to just taper everything. And then what I'll do is I'll just build all this geo back in and we'll just extrude. So I'm gonna we're going to just delete edges. So but it looks like this part is probably the close to the major width. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just do it from here. I'll just taper it from there. Which is how close to his arm? Way in front. Way in front. So alright, here's his arm, and then it's quite a bit in front. We'll say there. Alright, so then we'll just grab that, and then we'll do a scale. Right, but my widget is over here, so I'm just going to just click once, right, Alt click there, and it will center here. And then we'll just go Pro, what's up, buddy? Yes, we are working on something new. We're doing this guy. What? What? Shut up. Yep. Okay. Actually, before we do that, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extrude this piece, this shield piece. Turn it into Paul. Yeah, but I drink coffee. I can't go without the coffee, man. So let's go back. We're going back. We're going back. So then let's do insert single edge loop. Let's say we want it about here for about that thickness, and then we're going to go to Q mesh, poly loop, and then I'm just going to grab all of this right here. So I mean, I could go in and just make it real quick, but I find that this is easier for just getting the placement correctly in 3D space. So I'm just going to grab this and I'm going to hold down Control, and that's going to give me just new geo. And that's really what I want. Let's go to display properties. Let's turn on double. There we go. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to split that, split hidden. And now I have a piece ready to go. So then what I can do is I can read. That goes in, and then this goes out. Just to give me an overall look of where that thing is. All right, so then now what I can do is, let's go in and Alt, click, there we go. Then we'll unmask this, grab my widget, Alt click there. Get that taper. Okay, and then we'll insert edge loop. Let's clear the mask first though. Where's my other edge loop? My other edge loop is here, so maybe what I could do is just do slide. If I want to use that same one, I can use slide, edge loop complete, and just grab this and move it down. Hey, where are you going? Oh, there's one here. That's why. Never mind. There's actually one right there. That's perfect. That's exactly where I want it. So maybe we'll grab this one. Let's see how. Why is my live Boolean not on? That's weird. That's alright. I'm nowhere worried about it at this point. Just want to see the general thickness of that cannon. Why is doubles on? No. Why? Oh, that's why. Whenever you turn on ghosting, it shows you all of your Boolean stuff. Duh. Bro. Jeez. Okay, so it's not quite long enough. So what I want to do is just grab this and move it out. Make this all a little bit longer. Nope, not that one. That's the one I want. Grab that. Let's see how much more space we need. Let's pull it out to say there. I'm going to head back to G real quick, and I'm going to, let's delete these guys. Okay, we're going to grab these guys here. Hit my move, Alt click there. That will orientate the widget there. Then let's just push that. Ah, that's not that bad. That's okay. does look like it's a little, the whole thing is a little bit too thick. So I think what I'm going to do is just thin this out a little bit. And then push that back. Happy to answer any more questions too if you guys have questions. Maybe even a little bit further. Let's push this back and then bring that guy out to here. Cool. That's a little bit better. All right, and then we'll do this little piece here. The LinkedIn link in my website is broken, in my Bengtson Designs website. That's all good, man. Yeah, that website. Okay, well, I'll take a look at it, man. Well, thanks for letting me know. In the website. Good to know. Good to know. So let's slide this guy. Bring him down here a little bit more. Okay. And then now what I can do is just go grab back to QMesh. We'll just do poly loop. Make sure that, there we go. Ooh. My mouse is tweaking out on me right now. So maybe something like that. Then what's cool is I could take this guy and slide this edge to give it that a little bit of a bevel. There we go. How's this looking? So Grubber, this is new project that I'm working on, which is the Warhammer 40,000 Imperial Knight Crusader. This dude. We're going to be making a video game model of this guy. And we are about almost 2 hours in. And we should save it. Warhammer 40K. Tight. Blockout. 01. Cool. Saved. Right. That was the first one, Tom. The other one was saving the texture out. This little fun mamma jamma. Okay, what else we got here? Yeah, you know, actually, maybe it would be easier to just recreate this piece as a piece of geo. Oh yeah, there's autosaves. I'm pretty sure there's autosaves. So technically, it's not the no save army. It's the what are we gonna call it? No personal save army. Something like that. Anyways, what I could do is just use this as a placeholder. Or what I could do is just try to kind of manage this into the right shape, but meh. Much easier to just append a cube. Grab this dude. Let's Q-cube this guy, though. Q-cube. Q-cube. Oh, he's so cute. Let's do this. Q-cube. Grab this dude. Let's rotate him into position. Just go blot. What? Wait, what? Oh, you know what I could do? Let's actually delete this guy. Watch this. This one's much easier. And I can make sure that it's exactly on that plane. Let's delete this guy. Yep, that's fine. We're going to go like this, and we're going to do brush insert. Brush insert. Insert primitive. And then we're going to go to QCube, and then we're just going to draw it right on here. What? Then I know for sure that it's flush exactly against that. Shut up. No way. Alright, and then maybe I could just go into my Z-modeler brush, and then we'll just delete those edges real quick. Delete, delete, delete. Mind blown. Alright, and then we'll just do like that. Oh my god! Alright, and your widget's already orientated to the right position. What? Shut up. Say it ain't so. Is that a Weezer? I'm making all kinds of fun 80s, 90s song references here. Say it ain't so. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, so then let's take a look at that shape. Alright, so it's square, but then we'll just do a couple cutouts here. Easy peasy, right? So it looks like it got like this little dude. Okay, cool. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the modeler again. Here's how we're gonna do it. Gonna go back to here. Let's turn this dude off, and then let's create a rectangle. There we go. Cool. Done. Let's save that as square. Okay, we'll come into texture. We'll import the square. Grab that, add to. Okay. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to square off this little piece right here. I'm going to square off this little piece, and then this little piece, and then I'll use a circle to do this piece, and this piece, and this piece. Easy, man. It's like negative modeling. Okay, so let's take this, grab that. Okay, so we've got one up to the top and one on the bottom here. So we'll just grab this guy. We'll say meh, something like that. We'll do alt click. Okay. We'll grab this dude again. We're going to put him down here. We'll do alt click. Grab him. Pull him up here. We'll do alt click. Okay. Don't want to rotate yet. Yeah, that's fine. I can rotate. Alright, so let's turn that dude off. Cool. So I got that shape. Right, but now what I can do is pull this out a little bit if I want to. If you want to. Pull that down maybe. And this guy we want to pull up. Right, because it's quite a bit shorter here than it is here. And this one's a little bit longer. So maybe we'll grab this dude, and make him like that. Okay, so then, just make sure that I'm about on the same rotation. Just want to try to get it about flat to the camera. Let's head back, and we'll grab this dude. Actually, you know what, we're going to go back to this guy and add him in, because this one was edited. So I just want to go back to this perfect circle. Another band reference. It's 8 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? Okay. So I'm just going to... let's say there. Right? So we'll do... I want to... let's turn this off. I want to make sure that I have this subtool selected, because when it creates this this cutout geo, it will go to the thickness of whatever subtool I have selected. That's what I really want it to do. So let's turn that back on. We'll go to here, and then we'll go. Whoop. Hey, aren't you doing the thing? Did I find a bug? Maybe we'll just try to reset it here. When all else fails, get out of the car, get back in the car. Okay. There we go. And then this one is here like this. That's right. So this one kind of sticks up. This one is about 2/3, and this one's about maybe half. I can change these as well too. So I'm not too worried about getting it exactly correct right off the bat. Let's say there. Doop. Grab this one. We'll say doop. Cool. Look at that shape. What? Mind blown. Now I can actually change this. What? Alright, so there's the thickness of it, alright? Let's go to the center of geo, and what I want to do is I'm gonna make these guys a little bit thicker. The quicker, thicker picker-upper. Is that bounty? The quicker, thicker picker-upper. Or brawn. I think maybe that was brawn. Alright, so just gonna reset this to there. That's fine. Reset that. That's fine. Reset this one. That's fine. Okay. We're getting there. Not too shabby for a couple hours worth of work. super quick blockout. We got the basic idea going. Let's do the screenshot real quick. What we do want to do though is make sure that this isn't cutting out from that leg. So let's just do that, and we'll bring that up this way. Just don't want it to cut through that leg. Cool. So we'll do the screenshot for shits and giggles here. So let's grab this guy. There we go. All right. Any final questions before we wrap it up for today? I think we're going to be done until next time. Tune in, same bat time, same bat channel. Turn that one off. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be badass like you. Ah, so I'm gonna be so cool with you. Ah. Hey, man, can I be as cool as you someday? 2 weeks? 2 weeks. Wait. 2 weeks. Back in 2 weeks? Yeah, I'll probably be back in 2 weeks. But we're gonna tackle this in 2-hour sessions. So I may work on it off stream. I may not work on it. I also may try to pick up some of this on my personal channel. So if you guys want to follow me on my personal channel, it's right down there on the bottom. Just Twitch TV /Brendon Isaiah Bengtson. Cut and paste is your friend. Don't try to spell that out. Yeah. And then I think that's it. Stay tuned for more awesome artists on the ZBrush channel here. And if you are not for some reason following the Pixelogic channel here on Twitch, definitely throw a follow to that. And it's a lot of great artists are always streaming on here. So hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys learned a couple things, and most of all, and hope you were inspired to make your own stuff. So do it. You go out there and you make cool stuff, and you do it, and then you do it again, and then you delete it, and you make it again. It's always better the second time. All right, have a good one, guys. Hasta. Take it easy. Peace out. Enjoy your weekend.